Okay, it is that time of year. I think it's around November, let's see, 18th, 2024. Going into my 9th winter with my truck. And the fluid film, I applied to it in 2017 when the truck was brand new. 5 days old. That's how long it took to get my fluid film in the mail, and my fluid film gun with 2 bottles. Now some people say try wool wax. Well, when I got this from the company, these bottles had the word wool wax on them, so I wonder if fluid film is just a different name for wool wax. I don't know. But anyway, like Dandy Don Meredith used to sing on Monday Night Football when the games were out of hand. He would start singing, "Turn out the lights, the party's over." And that's about it for this motorcycle riding season, because they're calling for snow. Today's Monday, they're calling for snow. They actually use the words plowable snow in West Virginia, which I'm just about 60 miles north of West Virginia. And to tell you the truth, I hope we get feet of snow this winter. Okay, so what am I doing? Let's see. I have touched up places that I thought needed touching up, like this trailer hitch. With the fluid film, you can see it coming out there. Everybody that's been around knows how quickly they get rusted. Well, that's been on there for 9 years. No rust, because I fluid filmed it. I sprayed very heavily with a can of fluid film. I might have used this under this ridge, this arch here, and then I put these fender flares that I bought on eBay for around $40. I put them on, okay? And every year I kind of pry out a corner just a little bit. Here, I'll do it now. My garage is a catastrophe right now, but I know where everything is. Okay, I will spray this. See how that went in there? I'll spray that in there, and I'll let it go where it wants. I'll put some on this side. Okay, so where's it going to go? It will travel. It will go where salt water would go. I do that to each one every year. I have a video on my YouTube channel that I made. I spotted one of these trucks in a parking lot with holes so big. You can see the video. It's on my YouTube channel. It's a gold Ram pickup. As a matter of fact, it was so rusty. Let's see. On the passenger side, that the running boards fell off. There was nothing left for them to stay attached to. The brackets weren't there. And that one had 3 brackets, I believe. This has a place for a 3rd bracket in the middle, but mine came with 2, and it's not bent, so that was good enough. But anyway, this is just... I got that on camera. The snorkel is in there now forever. Need another snorkel. Okay. Got one. I was under the truck, touching up a few spots. I'll get the front one in a second. But I just spray that in there. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you can see how that stuff travels. Now that will travel to wherever salt water would go. And that's the point. To get the fluid film in there first. Especially under these things. This is the first place my GMC truck was rusting that you could see. There were bubbles in the chrome along this place right here. So let that go in there and save the day. Oop, came off again. There, that will go where it should go. And that is wherever salt water will go. Because they're going to be throwing salt here this Thursday, 2 days from now. Now these weren't rusty or looking bad. You can see the bottom fold on the metal of the tailgate. That still is coated pretty heavy with fluid film that I put on with one of these spray cans. But when I would go like this to see if it was still wet, it was dry. So I touched it up this year. Here you can see the dark staining there and there? That's the fluid film coming up through the floor. I did not even know there were 2 seams in this floor. And I took out the mat one day after I had gone to the lawn and garden center and got 20 bags of mulch, and I wanted to sweep it out because some of them leaked. And when I took the rubber liner in there out that I added to protect the factory spray-on coating, I discovered 2 black seams that the fluid film was just traveling, and you can see it in one of my videos. So here's fluid film running. That's what it does in the summer. And here's what I do in the summer. Ta-da! It's fine. Okay, so let's take another peek under the back. Oh, I wanted to show you. No, let's go over here and you tell me which wheel I have coated with fluid film. I did one of those wheels by hand with a sponge with fluid film about 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago. Which one has the fluid film on it? It's that one. So I have to do this one yet. Now I have washed and waxed my truck for winter. This is what's left of a gallon of fluid film that I bought on eBay for $70. A gallon of fluid film. 2 bottles for the spray gun and the spray gun. I bought that in 2017. So with the priceflation that's been going on, this is probably $700 now. Just kidding. Anyway, let's do the remaining wheel. All right, this is saturated with fluid film. Now I'll leave this on here until we get the heavy rains in April. And that's when I clean, that's when I go out purposely. Nowhere to go except to flush the salt water, the salt from under the truck. That's how the salt got there, by driving down roads covered with salt. So driving in a heavy rain will get rid of the salt. I don't hose under my truck all winter. I've never used a hose under the truck, as a matter of fact. I have a pressure washer. I wouldn't dare attack this vehicle with a pressure washer. I don't use it on my motorcycles either. Now in April I will clean off the truck and the bumpers and the grill and the wheels. The fluid film, I'll use some regular car wash soap that you get at an auto parts store or at Walmart. And you have to use that stuff and not dishwashing liquid or laundry detergent or anything else you can think of. You have to use car wash soap. Why? I suppose you could use Dawn dishwashing liquid. I was told by the head chemist at a big company here in Pittsburgh that came to look at one of my motorcycles he was going to buy. And we got on the subject and of aluminum corrosion. And he told me that, I told him you don't use anything but dishwashing, or Honda spray detailer to clean your motorcycle, especially the aluminum wheels, because of what aluminum does, how aluminum reacts with lye on it, which is what is in most soaps and detergent. Any soap that you can feel is really slimy, that's the lye that makes it feel so slippery. And that is what attacks aluminum. It's highly corrosive to aluminum. But he told me that Dawn dishwashing liquid does not use lye. And he reminded me of the commercials that were on television when the oil tanker Exxon Valdez went aground up in Alaska and started leaking millions of gallons of oil. And all the animals that were trapped in that oil, they got it all over them. Well, they had humanitarian videos as a photo op for Dawn dishwashing liquid. They went up there and were cleaning these ducks and whatever birds and that were trapped in that oil with Dawn dishwashing liquid, because it won't hurt them. It doesn't have lye in it. Won't burn their eyes. So while I'm here flapping my jaws, I finished this wheel. Now I will clean this off in April. I do not hose the truck. I do not use soap on the truck to clean it all winter. The salt will be caked on here at times, especially if you, when I ride, if the roads are just wet after they apply salt and the temperature goes up above 32 degrees. And then you drive down the road, my truck is white from here down. Now I will hose that off, but I will not use soap. And I never spray under the truck with water, never. And we'll take a look under there. So this wheel is done. That's all there is to it. This wheel is protected from salt for the next 5 months. I did my bumpers. You can see it on there. Did my chrome exhaust tips, my trailer hitch. Sprayed the sides of my tailgate again. I sprayed this edge. I sprayed the whole truck. I'll do it again because you won't believe me. Especially if you're from Missouri until you see it. Okay. I sprayed my truck. And I'll leave it there. that's it. I'll leave it on there. Can't see it, and it'll stay there all winter. I wiped this galley down, whatever you want to call it. I even used this here. I tested it right there. You see that shiny part? I used fluid film on that whole tonneau cover last year because it was really chalky, dry looking. So I thought, you know what, let's try it. So I put that on and it looked black and shiny again, so I may do that again. I also used it on the rubber. I won't put it on the tires, but let's take a look under the back. I need a flashing light. Okay, these are great. $7 at Rural King, but they need strong batteries or they do this. They go off. But if you push the button twice, you get half light, and they stay on for a while. Okay. Let's take a peek. I didn't miss much when I did this job in October or no, it was November of 2017 when this truck was 5 days old. There's nothing you have to do to stainless steel. If I overspray on something, no big deal. I'll just, no, I won't. I won't even wipe it off. I don't know, does anybody know what this bar is called? Is that a stabilizer?